I kind of wanted to talk about something. I just got done training like a little while ago, and I was thinking about something. Now that I've been training for kind of 6 years, um, something that I was thinking about is that just how you kind of need like deeper, meaningful reasons to continue training and continue to try and get stronger. You know, like when a lot of guys get into lifting, myself included, like it was just you get into it initially just because you want to be like more attractive to girls, and you want to get girls, and that's like a reason that you get into it. Part of it is you want to be strong, and it's kind of like really cool to be like have muscle and be strong. But then the other part is just that you want to look really good for girls, and you want to get girls. So that's why a lot of guys get into it, but it quickly like gets out of that into something that you're building and working towards, But now, like the more years you get in, once you start to get strong, and then you start to get stronger, then like once you're pretty strong, then you need meaningful reasons to continue to grow and progress, whether that's how you're growing as a person, or how you're kind of influencing others or affecting others. Because at a certain point, like you're stronger than like 99% of people, and people aren't gonna realize, or you can't do it for other people or what they think of you, because no one really gives a shit. And like if they if they notice, then even then they might not care that much. Some people will notice, other people won't. um and what was I gonna say? Just like you kind of have to have good reasons for doing it, because it's not enough to do it for other people noticing you. Like it has to be for something like internal reasons instead of external reasons. It can't be for what you get, but it has to be for who you become as a person, and what you're contributing to others in some way, in some meaningful way, and not in just like, oh, like look how badass I am and how much I can lift. um, for some people, that's like seeing what the kind of mark of history is, and like how much they can push strength, and setting records that will stand the test of time. That's for some people. For other people, it's like how they can kind of impact other lifters, and how they can impact lifters that they're coaching, and that kind of look up to them or respect them. That's for others. And then for others, it's, I don't know, any number of other reasons. It could be um, kind of personal growth, doing something challenging and having to continue to get better, even if it's gradually, and like how you might have to grow in character and do things that you might not like, or that are difficult or uncomfortable. I think that's a big reason for me, is that as I continue to grow stronger, I continue to have to develop and grow in character, and continue to grow and adapt and change as a person. My training changes, and I have to keep changing, because if I don't, then I'll kind of stay the same. And that sometimes that means not lifting heavy, sometimes that means resting more, sometimes that means doing other kinds of training. But it definitely means doing things that are uncomfortable and that are difficult, and often it means giving things up. Um, but if you can do it for meaningful reasons like that, then you'll stay in it for the long run. If you're the type that did it for ego, or just to look good, or just material things, and you only did it for that reason, at some point you won't want to do it anymore, because the person that did it for meaningful reasons, like if all the other people went away and all the things went away, everything else went away, they would just lift because they enjoy lifting, and because they gained some fulfillment out of it, and they're doing it for meaningful reasons, just doing it for the joy of doing it. um, which I can kind of get to, and I can kind of see now. And if you don't have that, then that kind of sucks, because I've seen it with so many lifters like my age, and who are less experienced than me, and even who are like pro, like best of the best lifters, that when they didn't do it for meaningful reasons, and they did it just to become the all-time greatest of all time ever, and they maybe didn't have the love for what they were doing, and they didn't have the deep internal reasons for doing what they're doing, then they kind of did it, and then it was like, okay, like what now? Like they were done, you know. They couldn't they couldn't progress, they couldn't really do anything, and they burnt out, or gave up, or just did other things, and often it's lifters that went to the top very quickly, got to the top, had it for a while, and then they're like, okay, like now what? Like they didn't really, get to have the love of the sport, or care for it in any way. So that's kind of just my thoughts. I would always tell my my lifters that I would coach that you want to do it for meaningful reasons, and what's your purpose, what's your why, like why are you lifting, is it just to look good? I mean, that's good momentarily, but I would really try to teach them, like, make it a part of your life, make it something that you can be fulfilled to do, enjoy doing. And for a lot of people that's not lifting, so then don't do lifting, you know, do some other kind of exercise which you enjoy, which you can bring to your life and make a part of your life that feels fulfilling and meaningful. And it's just